The Late Show. Relax, enjoy a snack and watch The Late Show. Channel 2 is proud to bring the greatest of stars here on The Great Late Show.
So this video is about spectacle and how the entertainment industry has turned this fundamental human pastime of entertainment, something to do, into a business. A business that not only
distracts us,
but also has the power to lead us to our demise. Let's talk about it. In his book, How Entertainment Conquered Reality, Nick Gabler writes, "Entertainment and consumption provide the same kind of intoxication, endless pleasure of freedom from reason, responsibility, tradition, class, and other bonds that restrain the self." I'd like you guys to keep that in mind. So I'm currently reading Empire of Illusion by Chris Hedges, and it's been really timely. I'll say it's crazy how a book that was published in 2009 speaks about what we're experiencing right now in 2025. So in the book, Hedges writes about a world where our primary form of mass communication is a medium based on the skillful manipulation of images, right? And is that me or does that sound familiar? Yeah, I think this is also a really good time in the video to describe spectacle, because that is, after all, what this video is about. So spectacle is a visually striking performance or display, and the entertainment industry has made a fortune on crafting visually striking images. Right. So entertainment itself serves as a suspension of reality, right? We get to toss our troubles aside and live vicariously through the performer, through the storyteller, through the celebrity, through the influencer. And in an image-based society like ours, our fantasies for belonging and fame and success are projected onto us, back onto us, via these talented, beautiful people. And we end up celebrating these people, borderline worshiping these people, right? These beautiful, talented people that are cast to play roles that tell a story or a narrative about the world that we live in and about the people in it. No, before we move on, I should tell this story. I've been wanting to tell this story on the internets. So yeah, in my teens, I would scour the internet for local casting calls, and I discovered that a Disney Channel scout was coming to my town and looking for a black girl to play Rocky as the co-lead in a pilot called Dance Dance Chicago. And I made it past the first audition and got a call back, and telling the story is wild. It turned out to be one of those scams that would prey on really determined, talented teens and their parents' purses. However, Dance Dance Chicago did go on to become Shake It Up, and Rocky went to be Zendaya's breakout role. So I tell this story to say, I could have been Rue! It could have been me! No, I tell this story to say that I too have fallen for the propaganda of the rich and famous. So you are not alone. You are not alone if you have to. Human suffering as a business model. Ooh, I love this chapter. I love this chapter. I do. Let's be clear. The entertainment industry is just that, an industry. Celebrities are polished, packaged, and sold to us like a Purdue chicken or biscuits at Tesco's. Like, we buy them. We buy into it. And why? Why? Because celebrities aren't just entertainers. They're the embodiment of our dreams. Ooh, that's tough.
You may have heard of the 27 Club. The 27 Club is not some elite invite-only party. It's a list of artists like Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, and Basquiat, to name a few, who all died tragically at the age of 27, most from substance abuse. And although it's tempting to say these individuals had a unique struggle with substances, in my next video, We Are All Addicts, I argue otherwise. The music industry doesn't just accept addiction, it commodifies it. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll isn't just a lifestyle, it's branding. At one point, even rehab seemed chic.
Hollywood rewards extremity. Watch like Love Island or any reality TV show, really, where they're said to be trauma bonding due to producers creating these deliberately chaotic environments for them to be in. And when you think of like in the realm of acting, performers are applauded and celebrated for like dramatic transformations. Like Christian Bale, he dropped 62 pounds for his role in The Machinist. These performances, like Heath Ledger's The Joker, which was said to have contributed to his decline in mental health and untimely death. Like, these performances are praised and celebrated, but behind them is real human suffering. The reason we see so many celeb crash outs is because of the pressure of this spectacle-driven culture. And the viewer, we have projected our fantasies and hopes and desires onto this celebrity, and we feed off of the spectacle of their existence. The modern obsession with spectacle is not only to the detriment of the celebrity, but to the detriment of the audience as well. This fascination with the dramatic and the eye-catching can lead to dangerous situations and desensitizing to real-world consequences. Jordan Peele's 2022 sci-fi horror Nope illustrated beautifully the appetite that we humans have for spectacle. In the film, an audience sat with their jaws open, relentlessly focused on this mysterious entity, blind to the imminent threat that was headed their way. Similarly, the tragedy of 2021's Astroworld Music Festival highlights spectacle over safety. The festival brought in a crowd of more than, they allegedly, 100,000 people, eagerly waiting to see Travis Scott perform, and with an infrastructure that could not contain a crowd that large. And this led to a deadly crowd crush of people that were just there to have a good time. Hearing concert goers tell their stories of being at Astroworld in the recent Netflix documentary, that was suffocating. And it raises the question, why do we keep watching? Why do we seek out and participate in these events that carry such risk? We do it because who doesn't want the chance to experience something extraordinary? We love a good show.
No words are long enough or big enough to describe the way circus folks feel in their hearts about their elephants, the backbone and mainstay of every circus.
In 1974, Serbian conceptual artist Marina Abramovic performed Rhythm Zero, a piece in which she stood motionless for 6 hours, allowing strangers to do anything they wanted to her. She laid out 72 objects ranging from a feather to a loaded gun. And at first the crowd was gentle. Then they grew violent, cutting her clothes, touching her body, and even aiming the gun at her head. When it ended and Abramovic stood up and walked towards the audience, many in the audience ran away, awakening to the fact that the thing they had been torturing had been a living, breathing human being. It remains her most famous piece, highlighting the violence and cruelty inherent in many human beings.
That's us. We're the consumers. And if you look around at the things that we consume in mass, sadism dominates this culture. Like the crowds that gathered to watch public executions, we are no different. I want to mention a video I saw recently from a TikTok creator named Datura Jones, where they highlight that the TLC television network, famous for Toddlers and Tiara, My 600-Pound Life, Wife Swap, is a channel. And why did that make sense?
Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose.
Often on our screens, pocket size or otherwise, the images that we see and the things that we hear can be carefully contrived narratives. Algorithms are the new record labels giving us the stories and narratives they think we want to hear. The father of propaganda, a German man named Joseph Goebbels, once said, "Propaganda works well when the target of manipulation is under the false guise that they're working under their own free will." We're choosing it to some degree. We're choosing to buy the phones, to download the apps that drain our battery and our time, and we're choosing to watch. The hours just seem to fly by while you're glued to your screen, and one day you look up and you realize the month has gone by and you never got to that project that you wanted to get to, or you feel like years have gone by and you're still stuck in place. I've definitely fallen victim to the time-sucking portal that is social media, but what I value in social media over traditional mass media is its glimmers of truth. Since the images are not solely contrived by producers and marketing teams and script writers, we get stories told in earnest and an intimate look into the lives of other people and cultures, and we go through there slowly gaining knowledge and tolerance for difference. I'm not saying we're perfect. Remember, duality in all things, but I'm just saying that social media has truly, I think social media has truly made the world a more connected and empathetic and interdependent place. And I think it's gonna move us, well, I hope it moves us to be a culture, or rather a global society that cares more about the fair distribution of resources. But I'm just a hopeful, optimistic person. And this has been We're Being Entertained to Death. Entertainment is not evil. It can actually be quite joyful. And just remember duality in all things. And in all things, duality. Enjoy yourself, but spend your time wisely. I couldn't even get into literacy and how that is also on a decline due to social media and our current entertainment landscape, which maybe I'll go into on my Substack. If anyone is interested in that, let me know. And yeah, train yourself to sniff out performance from authenticity and take care of your mind. Until next time.